Hello, my fellow nerds, and welcome. Seems like every other day some new rumors released about Avengers 4, and frankly, I find most of them ridiculous. But let's take a deep dive into that pool of rumors and see what we find. Do you know what the most important part of any series ever is? Time travel. Time travel fixes everything. It is the most important aspect of any science fiction series ever. And I am not joking, but I am being sarcastic, and I'm hopefully laying it on pretty thick. So, what's this theory exactly? Well, the theory is that a few of these Avengers are going to travel through time to get the Infinity Stones before Thanos gets his hands on them. And if that doesn't sound stupid to you, it does to me. So, where does this rumor come from? Well, a few set photos have leaked, and it has shown some interesting things. And what exactly would that be? Well, it shows Ant-Man, Tony Stark, and a few others basically in their old gear at the Battle of New York. There's a few others that kind of show the exact same thing, Battle of New York, slightly different outfits, things like that. So people have jumped to time travel. But I do think there is a slightly better option out there because I am being very hopeful that time travel is not a big portion of Avengers 4. Now, what happens every few years in comic books? A massive storyline that retcons a whole lot of stuff. A great example of this is Superboy Prime punching the universe to get rid of all the inaccuracies. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just Google Superman punching ripples in the universe, getting rid of inaccuracies. Find a better way to word that than Google that, and you'll see what I'm talking about. An example of this on the Marvel side of things is House of M. If you don't know what that is, Scarlet Witch basically says, no more mutants, and all mutants go bye-bye. And then they do some stuff, they fix it, they go back to the normal 616 universe, and things have been changed. There's a lot less mutants in the universe, and past inaccuracies in continuity have kind of been written out of existence. And I think that's what we're seeing in these images. And honestly, that's what they're doing either way. If it is time travel, it's the same argument. But what I think is occurring is that we are seeing our heroes in a bubble, and time is going by them. They're seeing all the changes from when they brought everybody back from the dead at the end of the movie. So instead of time travel being like a pivotal portion of the movie, what we're seeing is that the last 20 minutes, all the changes that occurred based on their actions. I honestly think that makes a lot more sense, and it is a lot less confusing, and is a lot less dumb than time travel. Because time travel always messes things up. In every single movie, any single story, video games, doesn't matter. Time travel is rarely, if ever, done in a very good fashion. And if I'm wrong, leave something down in the comments that can point me to a good story with time travel. At the end of Infinity War, Thanos' gauntlet isn't looking too hot. It looks cracked, it's broken. So, what's the solution here? Well, our heroes need a gauntlet. So, let's have Iron Man build it. I mean, he can build anything, right? Well, that's what this rumor says, is that Tony Stark is going to build a new gauntlet. And frankly, I think that's ridiculous. Thanos had his built by Eitri, which was built in the same exact way as Thor's hammer, in the heart of a dying star. If it couldn't handle the full force of all the stones, how can Tony Stark build one better than that? And honestly, he can't. And we already know that Thanos had a fake Infinity Gauntlet. In Thor Ragnarok, we see Hela going through Odin's vault, and she pushes over that Infinity Gauntlet and she says,
Fake.
if she was in prison for a few thousand years and she knew that that was a fake gauntlet, that means there's a real gauntlet out there that is older than she is, or at least as old as she is. So what I think is going to happen is that Iron Man, Thor, Captain Marvel, they're going to go out into this universe and they're going to find the real one. Or they're going to go into the quantum realm and find it there. I don't know. I could honestly see it going either way. But honestly, this leads us to our next section. I know this one was kind of short, but yeah, let's just jump over and talk about the quantum realm. Time travel, the Infinity Gauntlet, and the quantum realm. What do these three things have in common? Well, according to the theory, they're going to take Tony Stark's man-made Infinity Gauntlet, travel through the quantum realm to various points in time to get all the Infinity Stones. That just sounds ridiculous. And tell me where in the lore of the MCU that the quantum realm can be used for time travel. I mean, Hank Pym does say in the quantum realm, time doesn't really exist.
You would enter a reality. Become irrelevant.
But that's not the same thing as traveling through time. So what do I think the quantum realm's main purpose in the film is going to be? Well, there's two options. Either it's just going to be used to show Captain Marvel entering the scene, or, as I previously stated, they're going to use it to find the real Infinity Gauntlet. Where all of these rumors are headed is in a very convoluted mess of an idea. They are juggling so many new concepts, so many characters in a 3-hour film that if they're doing it, there's no way it's going to be as good as Infinity War was. It's just not possible. I think they are trying to connect all these different dots, and they're almost building a conspiracy theory instead of seeing what's right in front of them. And what we're going to have is the quantum realm be there to show us Captain Marvel entering the scene, the three of them going and finding the real Infinity Gauntlet, and then them confronting Thanos for the stones. Or maybe Thanos comes to them because he needs a new gauntlet. That makes far more sense than everything else being stated right now. That is factual. That is what they are saying is just over the top. But, I mean, that's just my idea. Feel free to let me know down below. The big question is, who's really dead? We know Drax is going to be in Guardians 3. We know Spider-Man has his own sequel coming up. So if they're not dead, what about everybody else? Well, I firmly believe that everybody who died in Infinity War, including those Asgardians, are all coming back. But the rumor isn't about that. The rumor is about who dies in Avengers 4. Now, I'm going to be upfront with you. I think this rumor is stupid. The rumor is that the heroes are getting away with the Infinity Gauntlet and the stones. Now, due to time travel, Thor's hammer was never destroyed by Hela. So Steve Rogers is going to wield that hammer, and he's going to charge at Thanos to let everybody get away, and he's going to die in the process. Now, Steve Rogers might just die, but it's not going to happen like that. And he's not the only one that could die. Now, to be honest, it's either one or the other. It's either Captain America or it's Iron Man. And I'm leaning more towards Iron Man. Think about the setup from Infinity War, the one scene with Pepper Potts in it, where Tony Stark is talking about how he wants to have a baby. Well, what if she's actually pregnant? And what if Tony finds this out in Avengers 4? and he sacrifices himself. I think that makes more sense than Captain America. Captain America talks about being the one to jump on the grenade, and to have him be the one to jump on the grenade just doesn't make sense to me. Plus, I just don't see there being an Iron Man 4. There very well could be a Captain America 4, though. So, who are they going to get rid of? The one that's least likely to have a sequel and costs a lot of money? Or Captain America? Well, probably Tony Stark in that case. But I don't know. Let me know what you think. Well, my fellow nerds, that's it for today. You don't have to hit that like and subscribe, but if you do, I'd greatly appreciate it. Let me know what you thought about my theories and what you think about those rumors. Personally, I don't like them much, but maybe you do, and I'd love to chat about it. So until next time, I'll see you guys later.